branch in the park, a planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellites track where you are and see your black as night, attack it with sparks. Can still emerge, learned, attractive and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of its secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah.
What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's all.
This is Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time. Terrace "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
I'm so giddy, so excited, the anticipation.
These two fighters promise. Nice counter. Nice exchange here from both men. That left hook misses. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
That hook doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook was off target. Missing with that jab. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. He caught it clean. Clean as a whistle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Just missed with that hook. Good counter punching. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice stop, but that won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Here we go for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. They exchange punches. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
They know the second they touch you, it's done.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Did well to block that right hook. A perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. How about Alvarez in that last round? After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell for round three. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab not finding its target. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Punches have to hurt. Just misses that uppercut. He threw a punch and just got countered. Caution is being thrown to the wind. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Crawford's legs are all over the place. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He blocks the jab. He blocks the right uppercut. Neither fighter willing to slow down. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1.
So they'll make it up and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be hard.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped. Here we go to the 4th round. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are...
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Oh, what a punch! And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. It's bombs away. The jab doesn't quite connect. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Welcome. So here is Terrace.
This bout is...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Beautiful counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated.
What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. I don't know, I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the gods, took him out.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Missing with the left hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
The stamina is off the charts. You don't want to trade shots. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for it.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet. And there's the bell to start round 2. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knocked down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Just misses with the right uppercut. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Nice counter. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He threw a punch and just got countered. It's all offense all the time. The courage on display here is incredible. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. Do you believe this? Jab does not score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned? On to the third. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. Tried to score with a jab. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. The perfect counter lands. So much firepower here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Talk about a one-sided three. There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come to me.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Beautiful counter punch. I think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Terrace Crawford just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And he scores with the counter. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. They exchange punches. Only catching air with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nope, that uppercut does not score. The final 10 seconds here. It's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. Time for the 5th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Counter punching. Punch, counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that left hook. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter punch caught him clean. counter shot lands. Is he going to punch himself out, though? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Didn't land that jab. Insane action. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two... This is the beginning of round 6. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Yeah, like a duff. All the belts mighty. man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No more ping. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No more ping. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No more ping. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Can't try a ting. Send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punch you, never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Oh, you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people champ? Swing like you ain't got a thing to lose. It's the ESBC, beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring men right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring men right, somebody shots fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant meals. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles. Barry have a kid on his heels. In the ring it's gritty and real. Braveheart man put a kid on his shield. At Daft man put a kid on his. Been back from when I was swinging up field. Left up, give a brother whiplash. Not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna showboat over the top, send him over the ropes like Prince Lash. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins. Go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money. Most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring men right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring men right, somebody shots fling.
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain so, more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for 2. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Along Saul Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. This one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on your face, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Misses with the straight left. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? Counter punching. They both want a knockout, you can tell. He misses with that straight left. Can't score with that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. There's the bell for round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Another scoring shot there. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Misses with that uppercut. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. That left hook just missed. He misses with that straight left. They exchange punches. Nice slip to avoid the jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different...
There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Misses with the straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. Misses with the straight left. He misses with that straight left. And he scores with the counter. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Parries the right jab away. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. Can't land the jab there. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. All right, Alvarez in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Immediate to switch back on, get focused, and get your mind
right. Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well done with that counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell sometimes.
Time for the 5th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him.
Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And the referee will allow this to continue. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it? Catch and shoot. That left hook missed. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Both men step back for just a moment. Misses with the straight left. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter punch. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Talk about Robinson in that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe they're fighting together.
There's the bell to start round 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. That was the moment.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. And he misses with that straight left. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alvarez in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges...
Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with the jab. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they
general's back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter.